going to lose because you don't. And when you realize that, that's when you make the decision that you're going to play your best. Because if you don't have it tomorrow. You don't get another 48 minutes. That's what we're here for. The pride, the tradition, the family. Yeah, about the guys in this room. Nothing else. 48 minutes for everybody who's here. Do you understand me?
Yes, Coach.
Do you understand me?
Yes, Coach.
Welcome back to CFB Nation. We got a very special interview today with Colorado freshman recruit Talan Chandler. How we doing this evening?
Good. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Excited for this one. Got a couple questions for you. The scene's different out in Colorado. I know you were recruited early. They got you before the buzz got too crazy, but we're just going to run it down from the start. I just want to thank you for doing the interview with us. I know at this time you're very busy with everything going on, and we greatly appreciate you doing the interview with us.
Well, I appreciate you guys having me on.
Now, you grew up playing football in Missouri, right? Can you give us a little bit of insight of what the football life in Missouri is like?
Well, I'll be honest. I feel like it's very underrated. There's a lot of great talent here in Missouri, and I've played on both sides of the state. I've played in the east side in St. Louis and in the Kansas City side. And, there's a lot of speed and a lot of really good, talent over in St. Louis, a lot of good athletes, good wide receivers. Jeremiah McClellan's a good buddy of mine, he's a good Ryan Wingo, guys like that. There's a lot of top players over on that side. And then over here, there's a lot of big, athletic, strong guys. And there's a lot of hidden talent in this state that I think people are kind of finally starting to realize, especially in the 2024 class.
Nice. I like it. All right. Now, you talked about playing, on different sides of the state. You started your high school journey at Lutheran St. Charles High School, right? And
Yes.
you kind of seized the opportunity when current Notre Dame offensive tackle Gabriel Rubio went down with an injury, and you just kind of stepped in and just bloomed. Can you talk to us about that season and that championship run that you went on in your sophomore year?
So my freshman year was the year that I had to step in. Gabe was a good player. He was already committed to Notre Dame at the time. And my freshman year, I was just kind of, trying to grow, get bigger, faster, stronger. I originally came in as a tight end.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then the week before the first game, they were like, okay, we're moving you to offensive line because we need to have some depth. And then Gabe happened to go down in that first game, and they needed me to step up. And so, I stuck with what I had really been focusing on over the summer and what I'd been trying to, my technique is what I really focused on to try and use to help me succeed my freshman year, because I knew I'm not the biggest, I'm not the strongest, I'm not the fastest. Just stick to your technique, and that's going to help you be able to just succeed. And that's really kind of what helped me get there. And I kind of just stepped up for Gabe as much as I could, and our season ended a little bit shorter my freshman year than we would have hoped. But, like you said, we won state my sophomore year, and we kind of just that summer before the sophomore season, we all decided as a group, like, we lost some talent last year. We lost some good guys, but we're returning a lot of people. Let's just put our heads down. Let's grind. Let's not listen to what anybody's saying. Don't look at any of the rankings. Just work. We got to be the best we can be. And, we got a rematch in the district championship of who beat us the season before, and we beat them 42-0. So, that was kind of like, okay, this is the year now. Like, yeah. After that, that season was all about us. The season before, we had some, it was the COVID year too, so that didn't help. And then, that sophomore season, we all kind of just like, okay, let's go do this thing. We're not gonna have a repeat of last year.
Yeah, that was like the mic drop at the end. You know what I mean? Like, you guys got us, but we came back and we shut you out. So that's a great story. But you also got, it's crazy because the second half of your high school career, you also have another story to it, right? You transferred after your sophomore season to Nevada High School, and you had to learn a new system, a new position, as the Tigers ran a shotgun double wing system. Tell us about that transition to schools and to a new position.
Yeah, so I wasn't planning on transferring schools after my sophomore season, but my mom got a new job, and so I kind of, you have to go with your family. So
right.
we moved back to her hometown. So we've got a bunch of family here. So that's, it's been good, being around family and everything. That's a big part of my life. But it was kind of nice to be able to see what it's like to have to learn two playbooks in high school, because it's something I'm gonna have to do in college. I'm gonna have to learn a new playbook. So that piece was, and I feel like I'm a pretty high football IQ person. So it was pretty easy for me to be able to catch on to some of the stuff because a lot of the terms and stuff that we used is the same. I went from a pro style offense to, like you said, the double wing, but a lot of the blocking assignments and how the terms that they used and stuff was similar. And so really the biggest thing was just kind of getting the repetitions to make sure I'm perfecting it with my teammates, getting the tempo going with everybody, kind of just getting used to running it at the same speed as everybody. And then after that, really, it was just focusing on like fixing the little thing, because I had never pulled that much before.
Right.
And, I moved from left tackle to left guard. So, changing positions, you wouldn't think it's a big deal, but playing tackle is a lot big of a difference than playing guard, because at guard, you're a lot more mauling, just going head on head.
Right.
And to be honest, we don't pass block in this system. We threw the ball almost 300 times at my old school. So,
right.
There's just a lot of things that you gotta focus on the little things and really focus on your technique. And that's really what's helped me kind of make this transition smooth.
You got to have a high IQ and you got to be dedicated to craft to excel when you switch like that. So kudos to you, sir, because you were good on both sides of it. So now speaking about it, you said, one was passing, one was a run blocking. Last season, you finished with over 130 pancake knockdown blocks. And earlier in this interview, you told me you weren't the biggest guy, the most physical guy, but 130 pancakes, man, that's pretty physical to me. And Nevada was a top rushing offense, right? So
yes, sir.
Can you tell us a little bit of how you approached that training to be that explosive off the line when you had to go into that switch of position?
So I knew that I was going to be doing a lot of pulling, and so I was going to be on a lot of the like linebackers and DBs and stuff out in space and maybe kicking out some DNs and stuff. So, I was used to run blocking interior guys and DNs and stuff. So I just used that technique the stuff that I'd trained and done all that stuff. And then I really focused on in my training, adding like working on pulling and working on staying square when you're getting up and being able to just lock onto guys. And then I'll be honest, I've really changed my mentality a lot from my freshman year to my junior year. As a freshman, I was still a little timid trying to get my confidence, but now I'm like, okay, I know what I can do. Just, and I want to finish everybody on every play. That's my goal. I want to be as physical I can and just, do what I'm supposed to do. I'm an offensive lineman. You're supposed to finish people. So,
well, yeah, 130 pancake knockdown blocks is definitely finishing for sure. So you take that to the Pac-12 and it's going to be an interesting 4 years for you. Take us through the recruitment process here, because you had offers not only from Colorado, you had offers from Eastern Michigan, UNLV, and a few others. Take us through the recruitment process, and what is it about the University of Colorado that sold you?
I'll be honest. I mean, I committed kind of early in the process. Like I said, I'm still a junior in high school. I've still got my senior year left. But, I was hearing from a lot of schools. Like you said, I had a few other offers and everything. And it, it's nice to be wanted. It's nice to be hearing from all of those schools and everything. But, when Colorado offered me, they were my second offer. And I kind of knew the offensive line coach from when he was at Kent State and stuff. And so, we just got to talking and we went out on the visit. And when we were out there on the visit, it just exceeded all of our expectations. I mean, it was unbelievable. The coaching staff they'd put together, the facilities, just the mentality, the people that they were bringing in, like the recruits. I mean, we went to the junior day where they had like the top 50 recruits So it's just seeing all of that and seeing what Coach Prime did at Jackson State. And I can see that he's doing it right now. I was like, okay, this is something I really want to be a part of, and they showed me how they see, like where they see me in their future and how they see me like fitting in their program. And that really helped. And I was like, okay, this is it. I'm going to call it right here. We're going to go join Coach Prime and we're going to go win a natty.
Nice. I love it. Calling it early too. But that's what I'm talking about. Now, you said, the atmosphere, Colorado hasn't been too great to be around. The atmosphere over there has kind of been on the, the negative side. So talk about the atmosphere when you just got off and touched down that first initial, like, whoa.
I mean, like you said, yeah. I mean, last year they only won one game, but even now, even if only winning one game, their fans are unbelievable. I mean, every single time I get on Twitter, I see something new from somebody. Their fans are super supportive. They're always like, hey man, let's go. Let's come be a Buff. They're always recruiting. They're always trying to get people, their fans are unbelievable. And, just the coaches, I mean, they're bringing in people that are champions,
Right.
Like Coach Prime brought some of his guys from Jackson that are champions. he's trying to change the mentality, and they're trying to get back to the late 90s, early 2000s, and that's definitely going to help them. And that's what I can see, and I feel like that's definitely something the fans can see, what the reporters can see. It's all changing. All it takes is one person.
Just that first pebble starts the ripple effect, right? That's all it takes. Now, you said you're a junior.
Yes, sir.
You went to Colorado and you got that experience. You got to see these guys. You got hyped up and you know what you're getting into. What can we expect out of you going into your senior year?
For my senior season, now that I'm committed and I have everything kind of set, I want to just go out there. I want to try and win another state title. I want to do the best that me and my team can possibly do. This year's about my team and our success, and just showing everybody, I personally want to try and get ranked higher. So I want to show everybody, how good of a player I am and just have good team success. Like I said, win another state title and just do the best that we can do this year, and hopefully go out with a bang in high school and then be ready to go for college. Get prepared for college was definitely one of the big things too.
Nice. Close that chapter in the high school book with a bang. Right now, we're gonna go off talk a little bit. A little real rapid fire for you. Pre-game meal.
Let me think. Pre-game meal. Usually for a pre-game meal, I'll just eat like a ham sandwich or something. Just kind of, or some pasta or something. Just kind of get a little something in my belly, get me good. I usually eat a big breakfast before games. So
all right. All right. Big breakfast is it pancakes or French toast?
Pancakes.
All right. Now, what's in the playlist before you get the helmet on, ready to rock out?
Oh, there's a bunch, but it's usually Little Baby. I like listening to rap music. That really gets me going. Little Baby, Drake songs, stuff like that. And then maybe a little like AC/DC, just a couple of those kind of songs.
Nice taking it old school. All right, close it out with this question to everybody I've interviewed. I've done probably about 25 30 interviews over the last year. What is the breakfast cereal 101? You can only have one more bowl. What's that bowl?
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Oh, and that was quick. He came with the quickness. I love it. Yeah, does the milk have a factor in at the end?
Yeah, kind of, because the cinnamon milk, that's good. So,
Talan, I appreciate you doing this interview with us. Maybe in a year from now we can circle back and see how senior season finished and how you prepare to going into your freshman year. But again, good luck to you, sir, and I appreciate you coming on.
Thank you. I appreciate you having me.
Take care.